My people. We back in here. We picking up where we left off. I hope y'all kind of grasp what I've been trying to convey and explain to y'all about these strategies and weapons. We went over divide and conquer. We went over problem, reaction, solution, the Hegelian dialectic. We went over propaganda and how propaganda is used and how it was put into law that it can be used on we the people. We went over groupthink, who controls groupthink. We took it all the way to the top to the 6 companies that control 90% of everything that we see on media. And we show how they promote certain people into celebrities and stars, and they use these people as puppeteers to guide their followers. That's why we follow people. We talked about the great distraction. Now, if we grasp all these weapons and strategies being played against us, we have to understand like the end game and how it can be used and how powerful it is. Because I'm breaking this shit down, and y'all might be like, okay, yeah, I see that shit. Okay, whatever, DB. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna show y'all how powerful it is, right? And I'm finna show you that these weapons can change the trajectory of mankind, not just in our city, in our state, and in our country. Like I tell y'all, man, I love watching news from around the world because the same shit is going on. The same shit. We all had this new world order, you know what I'm saying? Some people call it the Nazi world order or whatever, but we see something. If you paying attention, and if you ain't caught up in these systems, and you ain't consumed by the great distraction, and you really paying attention, you like, man, I don't know, but some this shit ain't right, man. All right, now we got to think about this, man. This machine, this propaganda machine, is humongous. I don't even know a word for it, man. It's damn near infinite, because you got to think. Just take Facebook. They got like 2 billion people on their site every day. And just think, Facebook is allowed to censor information. And they say that if your information don't fit their guidelines or their narrative, we will block you. Frontline doctors, all the doctors and scientists that was telling you about hydrochloroquine and ivermectin, they was censored, took off. You couldn't hear them tell you all the people that lives they saved and all that. So those are small ways where this machine can really, like if you don't know that these things is out here, if you don't know that there's ivermectin and HDQ, if you don't know that the survival rate is 99.x% based on your age limit, if you don't know that the children's natural immunity is stronger than any vaccination, if you don't know these things and they control the information, they can control how you move. You dig? So we're gonna explore something. I've been like, anybody that know me know what my stance is, man. I've been in this thing, like, I rock with Trump. You know what I mean? Like, for real. And it ain't cause, like, I just rock with a real dude. You know what I'm saying? I rock with a nigga that ain't no actor. Most of these people that you run into in the world, man, they actors. They done pick the part they want to play, or they allow somebody else to pedal their ass. You know what I'm saying? For the benefits. I be rich, you just tell me what to do. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell you, go watch read $40 Million Slave. Talk about these athletes, man. They don't got no control. They get told where to go, when they can't go, how to go. Man, they get pumped up with drugs. Just oh, my knee hurt. Okay, that's all right. Yeah, feel good. Yeah, I'm good now. I'm good. All right, get out there. That's how I go. But we're gonna take all these strategies and weapons that we learn, and we're gonna get a proper perspective on shit. And I'm gonna say this: we didn't pick our last president consciously. Not a lot of us. A lot of us didn't vote consciously. All right. Do you remember when I showed that barrage of all the news saying the exact same thing? We're going to take these strategies that we know that they hold and use against us, and we're going to push the rewind clock so we can use some hindsight. See, we could always go back and look at the past. Even ourselves, like, man, I fucked up there. I should have did this. I should have did that. It's easy because you can see it and you got the knowledge. So let's just go back, man. This ain't going to take long, man. It's going to take about 5 minutes, but I need y'all to hear the propaganda and what everybody was saying. Then I'm going to explain some shit to you.
There's not going to be a President Donald Trump. That's not going to happen.
Donald Trump will not become president.
He's not going to be president. He is not.
Nancy
Donald
Pelosi.
Trump is not going to be president of the United States. Take it to the bank. Okay. I guarantee it.
All right.
I think if he becomes the president, he'll make it great because the states is already great.
I think that man will be president of the United
Celebrity.
States right about the time
Tom Hanks.
come down filled with dinosaurs and red capes.
On that note, Tom,
Take it from me. How about that?
And then, of course, there's Donald Trump. Donald Trump has been saying that he will run for president as a Republican, which is surprising since I just assumed he was running as a joke.
Seth Meyers, white comedian. You know, we fuck with the Kevin Hart. We don't fuck with
Donald Trump, just last week, he confirmed to the National Review that he is again considering a run in 2016.
Do it. Do it. Do it. I will personally
Late night talk host.
campaign check now on behalf of
TV.
this country, which does not want you to be president, but which badly wants you to run.
So when you stand and deliver that State of the Union address, in no part of your mind or brain can you imagine Donald Trump standing up one day and delivering a State of the Union address?
Well, I can imagine it in a Saturday night skit. I continue to believe Mr. Trump will not be president.
He will never be president of the United States.
And we better be ready for the fact that he might be leading the Republican ticket.
Black dude.
I know you don't believe that, but I want to go
Look
on.
at him laughing at him.
Okay, here we are.
Watch this.
And which Republican candidate has the best chance of winning the general election?
Of the declared ones right now, Donald Trump.
216.
So, right now, Mr. Trump, to answer your call for political honesty, I just want to say, you're not going to be president, all right? It's been fun. It's been great. I love you. But come on, buddy. All, let's say, cow poo-poo aside, there is zero chance we'll be seeing you being sworn in on the Capitol steps with your hand on a giant golden Bible.
I'll make a prediction, though, for you. And I don't really get into predictions much, but this one I'll go way out on a limb. Donald Trump will never, ever be president of the United States. That Trump should not be in this race. He's an absurdity. He is a travesty.
Donald Trump will never be elected president of the United States.
Donald Trump is a here today, gone tomorrow candidate for president of the United States. Donald Trump is not going to be president of the United States.
See, that's why you got to know the players in the game.
People have
I'm
not
saying
voted.
Nancy Pelosi, you're supposed to know who that is.
He's not going to be president
She the
of the
one
United
that
States.
tried to impeach him twice.
Let's be clear. Donald Trump will lose the election.
CNN.
I mean, he had a really good chance to be different and really have a chance to change things, but he doesn't do the work. He's lazy.
We talk about him every day, and we continuously ask him.
He's going to be the president. Don't worry about it.
Joy Behar.
Exactly.
And we're coming to a point where if you're Hillary Clinton, you're
Got her
honestly
name.
probably
TV.
starting to think about not just whether you will win, but how big your win will be.
MSNBC.
And then you say that Donald Trump has the best day in the entire world, completely outperforms expectations, and he wins all of the toss-up states. He wins all 5 of those states, plus that electoral college vote in Maine that he's after. If he wins all of the toss-ups, which would be insane because nobody wins all of the toss-up states, even if Donald Trump did win all of the toss-up states, he would still lose.
It's a wake-up call to the Republican Party. Despite Boris thinking that Donald Trump could win New York, like this, the presidential race is over.
Hey, can I just cut through? I have one thing to say, one thing only. And that is that this race is over. Tomorrow morning, the money will dry up. The Republicans will start to hide. Trump has no place to go. This race, effectively, as of tonight, is no longer a presidential race. I mean, everything I know about presidential politics, and I've been through 5 of them, I've never seen one like this. This race is over. You might as well accept it. And the question now is, how do you minimize damage? And the only way you can do that, it seems to me, is to try to grab hold of some old conservative value things and do what Mondale did in '84, which is try to save a few people down ballot. But as far as Donald Trump's concerned,
anybody talking like this, get a voice. CNN, they ain't interrupting.
President Obama will go down as perhaps the worst president in the history of the United States!
That's
Exclamation point at real Donald Trump. Well, at real Donald Trump. At least I will go down as a president.
All right. Now we got to think about it. We got to use the hindsight and the overstanding we know of these systems. This is all the mainstream media. All the mainstream media pushing their agenda. They had so much control over us through the years. And they've been able to control shit through the years. I don't know if it was their arrogance. But they feel like that's all they needed. All over TV. All over. As soon as Donald Trump said that he was running, it started. All right? All the tactics kicked off. Pow! The switches was hit. Everything on media was anti-Trump. Now watch this. And they did their little push, and they thought they had it. Matter of fact, if you go back and look, the day of the election, they were saying Hillary was going to win. Like, they really thought they had it. They wasn't worried. They wasn't tripping out here in these streets. Everything was smooth, hunky-dory. Then what happened? Do you want me to play you all them people response after Donald Trump? They was heartbroken, sick. People was talking they couldn't come outside for days. The world was going to end. Like, man, you should hear. You remember all the celebrities and superstars that said if Donald Trump got elected, they was leaving the country? They was saying that shit for their followers. Dropping them seeds in their head. And he still won. Now what? What happened when he won? You finna learn why I fuck with Trump. Inauguration in January. Let's come around January. Tax time. Okay. First thing Trump did was stop the taxes and got rid of the Obamacare tax. See, Obamacare taxed all the it taxed the your child tax credit if you didn't have Obamacare, and every year the fee went up, which you got taxed. The year Trump got in office, it was going to be $2,000 per child. I think mothers only get $2,000 per child. You know what I'm saying? So he slowed it up. Everybody was man, Trump fucking it up. That's because that seed, mainstream media started dropping that seed, especially like after he won. You got to remember, hindsight, before the man even got inaugurated, they said that Russia helped. Remember, man, we went through the first 2.5 years of his presidency under investigation from Russia. Now let's fast forward because we got hindsight. It just came out that was all bogus information. It was paid for by Hillary, the dude, that she paid what is it? He wasn't a Russian spy. He was somewhere else, France or something, Manafort. You know what I'm saying? They come up with remember the Trump dossier, and they was all on the media with that shit, all on news. That's all you heard. Hindsight tell you because time come out, all that shit was fake. Paid for by Hillary Clinton. But let's get back. Trump get rid of the Obama tax cut. Everybody got they taxes, and he was like, man, they was limiting you per kids you get, and he took away that. It didn't make no sense. So the first thing he did help our community, because I'm gonna just keep it real, man. It's our community that look forward to tax season. And like that be a big thing. Like we might get to move, get a car. You know how people live, man. In our community, man. Tax season be big. So from the jump, he did something big for us. And then what else he do? He gave us the lowest. He cut the corporate tax. Man, we gotta Malcolm tried to tell us we can't be politically ignorant. America had the highest corporate tax in the world. So what they was doing was outsourcing jobs. Company was like, man, y'all taxing us 56%. I may as well go to this other country over here and then bring my shit back. So what Trump did is he came in and sliced the fucking the corporate tax in half to like 26%. So that brought American workers, American companies back. American companies come back, they gotta hire. Man, we hit the lowest black unemployment. I'm a barber, so I even see it in my game. You know what I'm saying? Because you see the flow of money through the neighborhood. People got jobs. You see people that was walking, living in the hotels. They pulling up like, yeah, I got an apartment down the street. I seen it. He gave us, remember when Kanye went and talked to him, he gave us prison reform, sentencing reform. He gave us opportunity zones. Do y'all know what opportunity zones? If they come and open up a company in one of our communities, a low impoverished community, they get tax cuts. But guess why they get tax cuts? They get tax cuts because now we're going to get jobs. And they telling us to open these companies in our community, hire our people, and get a tax cut. That was just for us. Name any president that did anything that was just for us. Come on, man, stop playing. School choice. The Democrats against school choice, but they say they for us. Do you understand what school choice is? Man, just say you live in a bad neighborhood. You got a decent job, you all right, but you know what I'm saying? Because of the neighborhood that you live in, your kid go to a bad school. But shit, you got a good job, you work nice, man. Your kid ain't got to go to that school because you could drive them to a better school. The Democrats didn't give you that choice to send your kids to a better school. Man, Trump gave you school choice. So that if you could get your kid to school, to another school, man, take your kid to a better school. You ain't got to be stuck. Straight up, man, I could like keep going, man. These is just strictly policy. And he handled himself like a man. You know what I'm saying? A gangster. You know what I'm saying? He didn't compromise. He told y'all ass that the fake news. Now y'all like, damn, the nigga was right. I know. I'm like, God damn. Opened your eyes to some shit. We went to sleep, man. We went to sleep. So let's keep going. And while Trump is doing all this, let me tell you something else he did, man. He cut off their money when he was killing all these wars and signing peace treaties. Ain't no money in peace. That's why they don't want us peaceful. Ain't no money in peace. So nobody get no money when it's peaceful. But us. They don't get no money when it's peaceful, man. So, man, I'm talking, this man had a peace treaty between the Arabs and that's fine. Them, and then the Jews. Like, that's deep. Like, he was doing a lot of shit. And you know how, like, a motherfucker come in and do a lot of good shit and show up to other guys. So guess what? They was on it his whole presidency. Man, they right before, listen, man, they tried to impeach a nigga right before elections, and then they tried to impeach him right after. And y'all gotta understand, the reason they were trying to impeach him is because in the impeachment you can never run for office. All the shit was bullshit, none of this shit flagged. But that propaganda machine was working. That's the propaganda machine. And then you look at all you look at how they try to divide and conquer. They try to make, if you support Trump, you bad. You're a racist. You know, they use that racist shit, man. Boy, we some suckers. We some suckers, man. But they try to divide and conquer us. We already divided into so many segments, then they threw another segment in there. If you for Trump. Then I talk to people. Because people be on me like, man, why you for Trump? So I got to have facts. So I'm dropping facts. I say, man, why you don't fuck with Trump? Man, cuz, man, talking point from the news. Nobody could really articulate. I feel like they had grown men getting emotional. Man, I just don't like. Slow up, man. What you mean? What you don't like? I don't like how he talk. Man, talk. See, I like results. I had one dude tell me, man, I don't like how he was talking to old boy Kim Jong-un. I say, fam, you don't like how he was talking to Kim Jong-un? You on Kim Jong-un's side? Hey, come on, man. No, he was calling him little fat boy. I say, man, listen. Trump playing 5D chess. I look at the result. The man was popping his mouth, shooting rockets and everything. Trump said what he said and did what he did, but at the end of the day, man, that man was chilling. He fell in line. So that's when I look at results. Straight up. I look at results. And man, that man was giving us results. But he was cutting off their money supply. He wanted to cut off that Afghan war. You got to realize, man, the reason we got an Afghan war was because of propaganda. That's why we over there, man. We always be falling for the propaganda. Do you remember 17 of the national intelligence agencies have confirmed weapons of mass destruction? They still ain't found them weapons of mass destruction. And let me tell you something. They don't care if by November we start finding out all this shit that they was pushing on this bullshit, because they done already pushed it in motion. They done already got the effects that they was looking for: problem, reaction, solution. Whenever you see a problem, look out for what they offering as the solution, because that's what they wanted to do the entire time. Then, like I just showed you, all these celebrities, that's the group thing, them the stars. That's why LeBron was on stage with Hillary when Hillary was running against my man. That's why Jay-Z and Beyonce was on stage with Hillary, because they want those people. Puppeteers got them on stage with Hillary, because they know people follow. People ain't thinking for themselves. They caught up in this propaganda trap. And once they get out of that shit, they just fall into groupthink so they feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying? All the LeBron fans, they love LeBron, and then so all them motherfuckers like, yeah, we vote for Hillary. So I'm just trying to show y'all that these weapons that they use, they're powerful. Now, just think about when it came time for the re-election of Trump. They weren't playing no games, boy. They weren't finna take the chance of letting that man get back in office and exposing their ass. They weren't gonna take that chance. So, you know, them little levers, propaganda, boom, divide and conquer, boom, problem, reaction, solution. They start slamming them hard, and we see it. We see it, man. We see it. It came time for election, right when they was impeaching them. That's when we get coronavirus. Let's see. Hypothetically speaking, let's see if this is plausible. Could it be plausible that coronavirus is a part of propaganda and is dividing us? This virus was the problem in problem, reaction, solution. Look at all these solutions. They didn't want to control the information and censor us. Now, if you say something that goes against the narrative, you can't say that. You can't post that. They take you down. And they took the president down. He was the president when they took him off Twitter. You can't speak to the people. They can't hear your side. They can't hear your perspective. Only our perspective. That's how they coming at us, man. Y'all just watch out and just watch. Because this should be... And then look at the group thing. Look at all the stars promoting the jab. Look at it. And look at the distraction. They got distracted for all of my people. It'd be the sports. Because I'm going to keep it real. We ain't even pay attention to coronavirus when it first popped till they stopped playing basketball. When the NBA shut down, niggas was like, whoa, what's going on? I think it was Rudy Gobert, first person. Man, when the NBA stopped playing, that's when the propaganda is real. What we follow is real. We follow the ones they give us to follow because they got the propaganda machine. It's like they force. See, that's why, man, not being plugged up into that matrix, it'd be like it's so free. It's so free of mind, man. I only absorb information. I only take in shit that I control the program. I control the program. I only want information. I only want facts. I only want something I can go research and confirm. I only want something that's going to give me understanding and perspective, and a proper perspective, not the one they shooting out that box. It's real spit. So it's likely that media that has the eyes and ears of billions all over the world can influence a lot of shit. They can influence an election. Maybe. I ain't saying that's what happened. But I'm saying, like, through all these weapons, you could. If the people that control these weapons wanted to, if that was their goal, and they hit the lever real hard, I think that they could do it. They can make people feel a certain way about one person and feel another way about another person. This is what Malcolm said. Malcolm said the media is the most powerful weapon on earth because it controls the minds of the masses. It can have you loving your oppressor and hating the one trying to free you from oppression. That's what Malcolm said. Ponder that for a second, man. That's brain control. That's brain control, man. Watch this. This is another quote. The media has enormous power. The media is undergoing huge, dangerous changes now. It seems like it's time to step back and look at how the media shapes our lives and our perceptions of reality. This was 1940. The news is shaping our perception of reality. And we for ourselves have to gain a proper perspective, man. We got to gain a proper perspective, man. It's powerful. It can do a lot of things. It can have you moving the way you moving and not even knowing. With that said, man, y'all know what I'm finna pull out here, man. I'm finna pull out something to get y'all mind going. I know probably a lot of y'all have heard of this book. It's not a book you're going to read one time. Matter of fact, it's probably my third copy over probably 20 years because I done beat them up. But it's a book that you're going to keep and hold, and you're going to go back to it because you're going to forever learn from it. And you're going to every shit going to go happen, and you're going to be like, oh shit, what they, man, you're going to forever. And it's going to open your mind up, man. It's going to give you some perspective. My man died. They killed him as soon as he released this bitch. And then I told you got to burn it on both ends. Philosophies and Opinions of Marcus Garvey. If you, man, see, if we ain't divided, we could be on some Marcus Garvey shit. But it's 2021. We can't have one leader. Everybody got to be leaders. We can't have one voice because they can shut one voice down. Each voice got to pick up another voice because they can't shut us all down. See, we so selfish and we want so much shine. And we feel like if somebody else shining, it's going to turn us our shine. No, we just all shine brighter. You ever turn on one light, then turn on another light? It don't knock out the other light. It just shine bright. It just more light. You turn on another light, bam. Another light, bam. And they can't put it out. Because by the time there's so many lights out going and they put one out, it's still bright. Because another one's going to flicker up, pow. So that's what we got to do, man. We got to uplift everybody, man. We got to point out people that's giving us something, put them in the forefront, and we got to turn off them dudes that's fucking up our heads with these motherfucking strategies using propaganda and groupthink. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to think like me. I just want you to think. I just want you to think. I just want you to get a proper perspective. You can't do the proper math if you got the wrong numbers. So you got to get a proper perspective of the numbers. So when you sit back and do your math and show your work, show where you get your shit from. Show where you get your critical thinking from. Show what ideas, what's in your mind. Like, because this is shit that come out of my mouth without downloaded. I'm talking about, we gonna keep getting them to you, man. Y'all get these books, man. Beheld a Pale White Horse and the philosophies and opinions of Marcus Garvey. We're gonna do 2 a day. And let's start us some libraries. Ain't no way in the world you should have more TVs in your house than books. They told you if you want to have something from a nigga, had it in the book. You got to get some critical thinking so we can gain proper perspective, man. I'm back at y'all, man. Y'all see y'all later. It's time for me to open up shop.